Well, welcome back, everyone. We got Stephanie Brady here with us, Wild West Wildlife Rehabilitation, and we also got Sarah here with us, Texas Parks and Wildlife. How are y'all doing this morning?
Doing great. Thanks for having us.
Of course, we're always glad to have Wild West in town because that's the thing is y'all always bring in animals, and you're always teaching us something new about the different things that are going on with like the wildlife that we have around here. And like you were saying, it's baby season.
It is
here in the Texas Panhandle area, and you brought a couple of babies here with you. Sarah's got one with her. You got Regina, and then we've got. Remember me this one in here?
Tater.
Tater in here as well. So tell us a little bit about some of the babies that you brought here with you this morning.
Okay, well, we have Regina. She's a Virginia opossum. We take in over 600 opossums a year. They're probably the most common animal that people are finding because their moms do not come back for them. They are one of the mammals that don't. And so if you find a baby, you definitely have to bring it in. She's not going to come back. She's about 4 months old. She's just gorgeous. We wanted to bring her in because she's
very cute. She's tiny.
Beautiful, yes. And they're very important to the environment. You know, they eat a lot of trash and things that are out there, insects, ticks. They'll even eat snakes.
Oh, wow.
You know, snake venom does not affect them at all. So the rattlesnakes and things like that in our area. And then we also have Tater here, and Tater is a orphan baby bobcat, just opening the eyes today.
Oh, wow. So that's a big day.
Yes, a huge day. And so he's been through a lot. You know, when we first got him, we just thought, oh, he was an orphan baby. But sometimes we know that mom will abandon them as something is wrong, and that's what showed up 2 days later. He was having trouble urinating, so he actually went through a surgery, and we were just super blessed to have the help of Texas Tech Veterinary School graduates there, as well as Dr. Wolf, and so they are helping him with that, and we're hoping that he'll make a full recovery.
Absolutely, well, that's one of the great things. You can follow, of course, Wild West Wildlife on social media because, I mean, you do a great job of, like, documenting the journeys that these animals go through because, you know, ultimately the goal is to return them to wildlife if you can. And so really one of the big missions that you have is educating the public. And you have this great open house that's coming up where people can, one, help out because, like I said, baby season is a busy time of year for y'all, and also just learn more about the missions that you have right here in the community, right? Tell us about that.
So our open house is going to be May 31st. It's going to be from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. We always have a wonderful turnout. It is a free event. We do ask if you can bring donation that helps us through baby season. We're averaging about 30 animals a day. We had more than 40 on Monday alone.
Wow.
But it's a great opportunity for everybody to come out. Texas Parks and Wildlife game wardens are there. The biologists are going to be there. And I know she's going to talk a little bit more about that. But people can come through and get a tour of our education facility, meet our ambassadors there, and it's the one and only time during the year you can actually tour the rehab center and see the different animals in care. So when they come through, they're going to see what you would call somewhat of a nursery. You know, we've got lots of baby raccoons, baby opossums, squirrels, the bobcat. We have a young armadillo named Sherman. He's adorable. And, you know, lots of birds, lots and lots of birds. So we just love to educate the public and meet them and let them know that we're here. We cover 26 counties. We're always happy to help and get the right information out there so they can learn to peacefully coexist with their wild neighbors.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, one of the things, needing those resources, those donations, so people can, of course, give monetary donations, but you also have an Amazon wish list because you're having kind of a baby shower of sorts to kind of get you through baby season, right?
Yes, so they can bring items from our Amazon wish list, and I'll make sure that you guys get that link. And there's things on there like formula, baby wipes, bedding, and different things like that on there.
All right, perfect. And so, Sarah, from Texas Parks and Wildlife, from your perspective, you're going to be a part of this event. Of course, let's talk about kind of like the law-related side of things because, of course, you know, we always talk about it's not good for the animals to pick up those babies and then keep them as pets, but there's also a legal side of it as well, right? Tell us a little bit about that.
Correct. So it is illegal to pick up these animals and keep them and try to raise them without the proper licenses. In this area, we have two licensed rehabbers, one in Lubbock and one in Amarillo, and they're the ones that really know how to care for these animals so that they can be released out into the wild and that they have a chance of survival when they are released.
You know, I think that's, you know, of course, you know, a great thing to be a part of as well. So when you're at this open house, people can come meet you. You're telling me about this Operation Game Thief.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So we're going to have our Operation Game Thief trailer there, which has various animals and mounts from cases that were made from our Operation Game Thief hotline, which is where people can call in with tips that helps us as the law enforcement branch of Texas Parks and Wildlife prosecute and make these cases against people who have broken various wildlife laws, be it killing animals they're not supposed to, taking it illegally in any way. So it's a way that the public can help and help us protect the wildlife.
Yeah, and so tell us about that real quick, Stephanie. Here's we're kind of finishing up a little bit because, like I said, I mean, people, they may see, you know, tiny little Regina or Taters here, and either one, think they're cute and they want to keep them as a pet, or two, like think they might be, like I said, everybody's always afraid of opossums and rabies, which is not a thing they should be concerned about. What do they need to do if they find a baby and they want to help out, and of course they want to get that animal in the right hands?
Well, contact us. Our number is 806-680-2483. Even after hours, we're open from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday 10 to 6. But even if they text us at late hours, one of us is always going to usually answer. We're going to see it and we're going to answer, but put them in a box, keep them nice and warm and safe. Don't try to feed them because you can mess up their GI tract. There are special diets that we feed them while they're in care, and then bring them to us the next day. Or if it's something like a raptor or a larger animal, contact us so that we can come and get it. We don't want anybody to get hurt out there also.
And kind of give us a quick definition of raptors for people who may be unfamiliar with what constitutes a raptor.
So sorry.
That's all right.
Because they're probably thinking of Jurassic Park.
Yeah, we don't have any, thankfully there's no real raptors.
Right. So, well, so raptors are going to be like your owls, and they're going to be your red-tailed hawks, your little falcons like your kestrels and things like that.
Hey, perfect.
Yes.
Well, appreciate the work that y'all do around here, and of course the rehabbing these great animals. And like I said, follow along on social media because they document their journeys, and come out to the open house and you get to see them up close and personal. So remind us one more time when the open house is.
So it's going to be May 31st from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
All right. Well, folks, come check that out for sure. Thank y'all so much for coming out this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. And